Give me a cue.
Oh.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Bob, and I'm doing my presentation with Dennis Rodman. Here's my 5 people. Blake, go ahead and get out. There you go. Okay. Alright, what if I told you that a kid that had a bad childhood, got in trouble for stealing, and couldn't make a layup, would make the NBA? Would you believe me? Most of you probably say no. But in this case, he did make the NBA, and his name's Dennis Rodman. I plan to inform you about the life of Dennis Rodman and his impact on the NBA. Have you ever been told that you've never been good at a certain thing? Well, Dennis Rodman was. He was always told that he would never be good at basketball. And he used that as fuel to make himself a better player. I already knew a lot about Dennis Rodman because, as you guys can guess, I follow the NBA. But after my research, it opened my eyes to how much Dennis Rodman actually worked and how bad of a life he actually lived to go up to his NBA career. We're going to look at his early life, his NBA career, and where he is now. So let's get started. Dennis Rodman's early life. He didn't really have a father figure growing up. He was raised by his mom and his 2 sisters. Both of his sisters became All-American, which was best in high school, basketball players. Because of this lack of a father figure, it caused him to act up. He stole watches one time, but it was actually for his friends. He went to a store and stole watches for his buddies. He also became a troublemaker in school. He once said in an interview with Roger Ebert from the Denver Post later on in his basketball career, "My father, I didn't know who this man was. He wants to come back and he wants to sit in the stands and sign autographs like he's the superstar. That's my son? Really? Where were you 30 years ago?" He wasn't really successful in life. He was 5'9" tall and working at the Dallas Fort Airport, working as maintenance before he got in the NBA. According to the Rebound, the Dennis Rodman story by Journal of Reading, he was never really interested in school and he skipped classes often. All he wanted to do was to play ball with kids in the neighborhood pools. He was considered one of the lucky ones because he was spotted by a scout while playing in one of these neighborhood pools. His basketball career and how it started. He had a growth spurt at the age of 20 and grew to a height of 6'7". He got into college as a walk-on, which is basically, you don't get a scholarship, you apply to college, you get into the college, and you try out for the basketball team and make it. Normally, the basketball player that is a walk-on is not really that successful. Normally, he's a bench player that doesn't really get a lot of minutes, doesn't score often. But his first season, he averaged 26 points a game and 13 rebounds a game. He loved the game of basketball, and going to college really cleaned up his life where he wasn't in trouble all the time. His NBA career. Dennis Rodman played for 5 teams, while his most successful time was spent with the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan once said while Scottie Pippen was injured that he felt Dennis Rodman was the MVP of the team. Now, I think that's pretty important coming from arguably the greatest to ever play the game of basketball. He is and was known for being one of the most physical and intimidating players in the NBA. He was also known for coloring his hair, headbutting a referee, kicking a cameraman, and wearing a wedding dress. His impact on youth. Yes, wearing a wedding dress. His impact on youth. Dennis Rodman appealed to the younger generation, having a bad boy attitude, says Michael Dunbar and Dennis Rodman, Barbie Doll Gone Horribly Wrong, marginalized masculinity, cross-dressing, and the limitations of comedy culture. He appealed to the youth population by going against what was normal in the NBA at the time. He was different, and the youth really looked up to him because Dennis gave that message of it's okay to be different. Where he is now. He's currently in North Korea. First moved to North Korea because he bought a basketball team, and he's now managing that team. He's also involved in politics. As you guys probably know, he's really good friends with Kim Jong-un. According to Aaron Blake, in Dennis Rodman Returns to North Korea, he was caught in a bit of a feud with Kenneth Bay, an American missionary, because Kenneth Bay was actually arrested and sent to 15 years of labor in North Korea. So people wanted him to try and free the missionary, but he said he was just going to see a good friend. He didn't want to get involved in all of the drama. But he did tweet to Ken in kind of a jokingly manner and asked him to do him a solid and release Ken Cup. And my conclusion. Despite of all that, he still had an amazing basketball career. Despite having a rough childhood. He changed the game and basically invented hustle plays because of how hard he worked on the court. He also didn't follow the norms, and he did his own thing, and a lot of people looked up to him for that. So that can be an inspiration for anyone that is going through a rough time in their life, because it can and will get better, and you can turn your whole life around. And I just want to thank the McDonald's crew for coming out and watching this right after work. That's why I'm in my McDonald's uniform. But yeah, that concludes my presentation. It's still recording. You didn't stop the recording.
I'll cut it out.